Are you bad at Fortnite? Be honest, it's nothing to worry about. If you've just started the game, or you've been playing it for a little while, haven't quite come to grips with it, still learning, all you need to do is just learn the simple basics. So, if you need to get into it and you're new to Fortnite, you're saying, hey, what's all this building stuff all about? I've got no idea what's going on. Every time I go into a game, I'm getting absolutely smashed. I feel like a noob. Or maybe it's different. Maybe you've been playing a little while, you're just trying to get into a rhythm, and you haven't quite got a hold of it yet. All you've got to do is learn the 4 basics of building. So, first thing we're going to start off with is ramps. You need to get high ground in a build fight. Once you've got the high ground, you're alpha, you're king. The high ground is essential because you can get closer to getting headshots. Obviously, you can scope the area as well. They're chasing you. Once you've got the high ground, they're chasing you, and it's that easy to be able to keep control of the fight. Much more easier to keep control of the fight once you're up high. So we're going to start off with ramps. Ramping is really, really easy. You can just go straight up like this, but it's going to cost you the fight, and I'll show you why. Full damage for 1. This ramp can get shot down like that. You fall from that ramp, if you're at the top of that, it's going to cost you a lot of health, if not kill you for the full fight. Or maybe you won't be able to recover or gain any health back just because he's on top of you as much as he can. What you want to do is build a reinforced ramp. So it's exactly the same as the other one, except it's got a few walls. So there's a ramp wall, floor wall ramp, floor wall ramp, floor wall ramp. And once you've got a hold of this, you can just keep practicing. You can go to creative, playground, floor wall ramp. That's exactly what's happened here, and just see how much. See, that doesn't look like much time compared to the original ramp, but when you're in a high pressure situation, you're trying to move, it's going to obviously either get your opponent to kind of back off, give you the more time, or it's obviously going to get you to where you need to be while he's focusing on the ramp and not you. Once you've kind of ramp, floor wall ramp, and you've got the hang of it, you're basically you're going to get like a lot more speed to it, a lot more practice, get used to the whole system, just because it's new for everybody. Let's see if I can get away down here. No point getting to the top of that ramp. As soon as you get all the way up here, built all that hard work, and then you take 50 damage. That's you done. Once you might not be able to recover from that, bring it back, gain the health, the stamina, anything to be able to carry on the fight, and obviously it's going to make you take less risks, and then when take less opportunities when they kind of come to you. Now, like I said before, you've got to be able to get down. So once I get up here, okay, we'll just do it like this, because I know I'm not going to get shot. Just get a nice position here. Okay, so there's a floor. What you want to do is jump down the side and build walls, and then once you get 3 or 4 walls down, you want to look straight down and place the stairs. I'll show you what I mean. So,
it was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
1, 2, 3. Oh god.
7 hours later.
Damn it. Okay, don't do that. So now you're at the top of the world. Freedom is yours. You need to be able to get down, maybe for the storm, maybe you need to attack an opponent, or your ramp is getting shot down from the right end and you need to get down as fast as possible but without taking any damage. You need to do the climb down. That's what I'm going to call it, the climb down. Yeah, that makes sense. So what you want to do is a wall, well, 3 walls, and then when you get down to the bottom of them 3 walls, you want to look straight down and place a ramp. I'll show you what I mean. So, see, I took a little bit of damage there because I went a little bit too far, but I mean, I'd rather take a little bit of damage and take my full health. All you've got to do is wall, ramp. See, like that? I did it a little bit, yeah. So you've got to kind of get it on the end. I mean, as long as you're getting down, it's okay, but you want to practice getting it on the end, just because I got lucky there. If you miss, and you just put the 1, and you go straight down, then you're done for. So, let's do that again. There you go. Ramp, wall. Oh. wall ramp, I mean. See, that was kind of a bad example, but you kind of get the idea. So you want to go straight down, ramp, straight down, ramp, straight down, and then obviously that's only 3. So anything other than, so like 1, 2, 3, anything higher than 3, you're going to take damage from. From 3 up, you're fine. You'll land on the floor, you'll be fine. But anything higher than that, you're going to take damage, and that's not what you want to do. So this ramp technique is really, really effective. Maybe if you need to get down as fast as possible, an opponent's possibly shooting down your ramp at the bottom, and while it's... Oh god, wait. Oh yeah. So while it's... Oh, that's fine. Yeah. So maybe once it's destroying, you've got a little bit of time to kind of get down on this side maybe. See, that's enough time to be able to get down. Another thing that you really need to get a hold of is once you've got a build fight, you've built the ramp, you know how to get down if necessary. It's no good getting to the top of the ramp and then once you get to the top of the ramp you're stuck. You don't know how to kind of go left and right while maintaining your security. So your ramp is your security at the moment, but if I'm getting shot from this side, when I have bullets, from this side, like so, all you need to do is a floor. Instead of wall ramp on this side, it's just a floor, wall, ramp. Floor, wall, ramp. Floor, wall, ramp. And then same again for the right. Again, once you've got a bit of speed, you get used to it. It's really, really not that hard, especially once it kind of becomes reflex. You just kind of start doing it, you don't have to think about it. That's really when it becomes effective. Building's one of them things where you don't need to think about it once you've got a hold of it. It's just so much easier, it'll change your gameplay performance so much. Maybe if you're a young YouTuber, you're trying to get things on the go, or maybe if you're just a general player, you want to get better at the game, this is the way forward. Building is absolutely essential in this game. It's the key element to success, and if you haven't mastered it, you can get, when I first started playing, you can get like a little bit of momentum, get close to the end if you just, like maybe you play Call of Duty or Apex or any other kind of game that doesn't involve building. You kind of know where to shoot and stuff like that, but anyone who's half decent at building will just build circles around you, pop their shots off when they can, and then move on. You're building up like so, you've mastered this ramp, you're the best at it in the whole world, you might as well compete for Fortnite. You're going straight up, get trees out of the way, punch some trees like a monkey would. Right, straight up, straight up. Okay, so what you need to do is floor, wall, ramp. Floor, wall, ramp. Floor, wall, ramp. Oh, don't do what I've just done. So you see how... God damn it. So you see how that hit my head? So I floor, wall, and then I pressed the stairs before I'd even jumped. So you want to make sure you're jumping first so you don't get caught out like that. That couple of seconds is really going to cost you time in a build fight and health, and you're going to lose. So floor, wall, ramp. Floor, wall, ramp. Floor, wall, ramp. And then obviously you can do it the other way as well, so you can go left. And once you've just got a bit of speed, it's really... Study again. Right, okay, so don't be like me though. But once you've got a bit of speed, once you've got a bit of influence on it, you master. So that's all your 90s. You can gain some high ground any direction you want, and obviously you can secure yourself if you're taking some damage. Keep yourself occupied. Shoot your own ramp. Take some minis. Bandage yourself up. It's that easy. Another thing you'll obviously need to do is editing, but that's a whole different topic. That's I'd say we'll leave that for another video. Then the essentials in this game that no other game has, literally no other game's got it. Nowhere you'll see. What other game do you know builds? There's nowhere that you'll be able to find this, so the experience is still new for everyone. All you've got to do is learn the basics of building, because it literally revolves around building. Once you know how to build, you know how to play. Another thing that you really need to look out for is your mats. So mats means materials, so the amount of building materials that you actually have. So the worst thing you want to do is get into a momentum, you really know what you're doing, you're confident in everything you're going for, and then right at the final minute you lose your mats. No more mats, that's the end of your game. Just watch your mats, it's really, really simple, just as long as you can kind of divert your attention, so don't get caught up in the mix of Spam build, spam build, use all your mats, and you've got nothing left for the game. The next one would be the 180 degree turn. Really simple. All you've got to do is build a ramp, and as you get to the end of your ramp, do a 180 degree turn, jump up, put a floor, a wall, and a ramp, and go off again.